Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm excited to share where we went on our latest trip. Of course, it's Madurai. So we reached there super early around 3 am, freshened up at the station by 5 am and had already booked a cab for the day. We were really super tired since we had arrived at 3 am, so everyone ended up sleeping in the car. So our first stop is the beautiful Playarpati temple. Let's get started and show you everything we experienced. Just look at my sleepy potato face. As Madurai is famous for Mallipu, we definitely can't leave without buying some. We also bought some Arhampul for Lord Ganpati. It's believed that offering Arhampul to Lord Ganpati brings blessings and removes obstacles. It's such an important part of the tradition here. After the darshan, we came across a pond near the temple where they were raising a lot of fish. We did offer some rice puffs, and watching the fish eagerly gather to eat was such a beautiful sight. So guys, I wanted to have a heart-to-heart conversation about something I have been reflecting on. Growing up, I believed that if I prayed hard enough, God would always answer. But as time went on, I started to feel like my prayers weren't being heard. Have any of you ever felt like that? It was frustrating, right? But after a lot of thinking, I came to a realization it wasn't that my prayers were going unheard. It was that the answers I was looking for were already inside me, waiting for me to discover them. I have learned that faith isn't just about getting what we ask for, it's about trusting in a bigger picture, even when things don't go as planned. Sometimes the challenges we face are guiding us to find the strength and answers within ourselves. So guys, what about you? Have you ever had a moment like this? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts. And remember, it's okay to question and doubt. Just keep learning. Stay true to yourself. Trust that there's always hope for a brighter tomorrow. Our next stop is Thalakar Temple. So it's the Iranian fort gate. The gopuram and statues were so beautifully sculptured. It was so amazing to see all the intricate details up close. Wow. So inside the Iranian fort gate, the first temple you visit is the Karapana Swami temple. After that, you can head over to the Thalakar temple, both located within the same campus. Then the monkeys came swinging in. We were basically in their jungle. And let me tell you, feeding those little troublemakers was the best part. Look at the amount of cuteness they hold. By the time we were all starving, so I ordered for mini meals while the others went for full meals. And we couldn't leave without trying Madurai's famous jigardanda. I totally forgot to capture it because I was just too busy enjoying the deliciousness. Next, we headed to the famous Nayakar Mahal. So let me tell you a bit about the Nayakar Mahal. It's a stunning 17th century palace that was built in 1636 by King Tirumala Nayak, who ruled Madurai from 1623 to 1659. This was the king's main palace where he lived. Believe it or not, the original palace complex was actually 4 times bigger than what we see today. Back in its heyday, it was considered one of the wonders of the south. How cool is that? As soon as I stepped inside, I felt like a princess. I really wish I could have dressed up in something like a princess outfit for the occasion. That's the only thing I totally regret. Our next stop was Lord Murugan's Mudharpadai Veedu at Thiruparamkundram. We got there around 3 pm, but the temple was closed and wouldn't open until 4 pm. We were all super exhausted by the time. Look at my brother sleeping like a baby. I guess he found the temple pretty cozy. When the temple gates finally opened, the crowd was crazy. People came out of nowhere and it felt like the entire town had gathered. It was like a flood of people rushing in all at once. Honestly, I had no idea so many people could fit in one place. And now comes the real purpose of our trip. Yes, Meenakshi Amman Temple. This is the heart of Madurai and an absolute must visit. The temple has a rich history, dating back to the 6th century, with much of its current structure built by the Nayaka kings in the 16th century. It's purely dedicated to goddess Meenakshi and Lord Sundareshwarar. Unfortunately, renovation work was going on, so we couldn't see the famous gopurams this time. But even without that view, the temple's energy and the intricate details inside were just incredible. As you might know, mobile phones and cameras aren't allowed inside, so I couldn't capture anything at the temple. And let me tell you, the crowd was insane. After 2 hours of waiting in the queue, we finally got our darshan. By then, we were completely exhausted, so we ended up at Madurai's famous veg spot Sri Sabrish for a delicious meal. Afterward, we headed to the railway station. My husband had an office meeting in Madurai, so he had to stay behind. We found him a cozy restaurant nearby to relax and prep for it. And just as we were about to leave, it started pouring rain. Saying goodbye to him was so tough. It felt like a piece of me was staying behind. But when he came back with that trophy, it turned everything around. If you're planning to visit, start your day early to beat the temple crowds. Hope you enjoyed coming along and let me know in the comments if you are planning a trip here soon. Until next time, bye and take care.